This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8th. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it. Sometimes,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Yards on the punt there, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get him is the idea.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 19-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A give to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This is Dallas, an inside handoff. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Kenny Clark He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And here's Rodgers on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Dallas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen were faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Crosby with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Carson has some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Ready? Check 59. Wilson.
A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers, so that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57's the mic, watch 57.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Open man, here is Cobb. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers open the lead up to 34-0. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 2. Wilson will throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it is 42-0. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him About 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 47 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This one swung out here to Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Love going to give this one to Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Love now. And it's intercepted. Picked up by D.J. Reed. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On 1st down, it's Jones. Finding room to the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They run it with Carson, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Rolling to his right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On first down, Carson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson, option right. Down to the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That one to Swain, complete. Oh, big hole left side. Touchdown! Freddie Swain, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath, short pass like that? But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Myers connects on the PAT. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And he returns this to the 22. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Love's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A heck of a way to start the fourth quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Off the option, it's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The kick by Crosby is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jalen Smith will go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
We've been running this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback. It's no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return, it's Rodgers. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Love. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wilson. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And you can say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point up and through by Myers as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.